His free energy generator brought him nothing but bloodshed. His wife and kids got shot. His house and lab got ransacked. Industry experts who sided with him were threatened, and some were murdered. Even though all odds were against him, Dr. T. Henry Moray was undeterred because he knows that his device is the invention of the century. A simple, yet powerful generator that allows anyone to generate 100% free energy day and night anywhere in the world. His device is documented to work in a submarine at the bottom of the sea, and even in an airplane hundreds of feet above the ground, using a weird source of energy that is all around us, can be harnessed even if you are at the center of the earth, and can never ever run out. Hi, my name is Andrew James, and in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you, step by step, how to build your own Moray generator so that you will never have to pay for electricity again. We're going to take all these spare parts and transform them into this device. This is only a small version. I'm also going to expose the lies that the government and the big power monopoly don't want you to know, and reveal the real secret reason why your power bill is so criminally high, and what happens to all technologies that promise to cut our addiction to oil and coal. But first, let me tell you more about myself, so you know why you should believe me. I'm a physicist, and having worked 3 decades at the patent office as a patent inspector and filed more than 4,500 patents, I have seen my fair share of a lot of classified information that I'm furious why the government is withholding them. Free energy is real, and people who discovered it and went public or filed a patent either got suppressed or killed. You must be saying to yourself, I'm listening to a lunatic talk. This can't possibly be true. Hold on. To have an open mind, please suspend your disbelief just for a minute, and after I have made my case, you'll understand that everything I say is true. I'm going to give you an inside scoop of how the patent office works. In reality, patents act as an antenna for big companies to catch wind of breakthrough technology. Once they find something, it's like inviting a bloodhound to the game. Once a patent request is filed in the United States, it is automatically and immediately studied carefully by scientists and engineers working within the Pentagon. If it meets specific criteria, then the patent request and anything of the device mentioned is declared classified, secret. Then this is essentially the end of that inventor's dream. One thing they will always be told, in no uncertain terms, is to never talk about it publicly again, under penalty of imprisonment. Imagine working for many years, putting all your energy and money into building a new device that would revolutionize the use of energy, ending our dependence on foreign oil. Allow families and people like you to never pay for electricity again. Then, just as you have reached success, the government seizes your devices, your test gear, your notes, the entire fruits of your labor, and then threatens you with prison. All in a land of supposed free enterprise. This has been going on for a very long time, and a large percentage of these suppression incidents are related to technologies and devices which could threaten the monopoly of oil or coal. Speaking about these big energy fat cats, can you believe that electricity production costs have dropped by 43% over the past year? Thanks to new drilling techniques that have enabled energy companies to extract out more natural gases and fuel from the earth. But what happened to electricity prices in return? Just look at this article from the Huffington Post. Let me read the highlighted portion to you. But the savings aren't translating to lower rates for customers. Instead, U.S. electricity prices are going up. It's caused us to scratch our heads, says Tyler Hodge, an analyst at the Energy Department who studies electricity prices. It is so perplexing to the analysts at the Energy Departments, but it's so obvious if you look from the perspective of the energy monopolies. If a business raises its prices, I know that for sure, there will be fewer customers. But not if you are the electric monopoly. Even if you raise your prices, people are still on your grid, and they will have to accept whatever price you throw at them. They have no choice. The power companies don't care whether you are having a tough time in this economy or not, and you should get a break instead of the rising electricity prices. In the end, it all boils down to the dividends that the top energy executives get, which is in the millions of dollars, and they are laughing all the way to the bank at your expense. This is daylight robbery. Plain and simple. But before I get into building the device and freeing your family from electricity slavery, you will need to know briefly who is the inventor. Dr. Moray.
T. Henry Moray, an electrical engineer and Tesla enthusiast, who in the early 20s began working on a device he claimed intercepted radiant energy from outer space. By stimulating the existing oscillations of space energy, his radiant energy device ran for days, putting out 50 kilowatts of electricity. His public demonstrations attracted newspaper coverage and scientists from Bell Laboratories and the Department of Agriculture's Rural Electrification Administration. During the 30s, he developed semiconductors and transistors that were far ahead of their time. Unfortunately, as all too many inventors have suffered, when he refused to sell out to powerful interests, Moray and his family were threatened, shot at, and the laboratory ransacked. Ignored by the U.S. Patent Office, Moray quietly stopped public disclosure of the device after it was destroyed by his assistant, Felix Frazier, a communist sympathizer who was frustrated when Moray declined his repeated offers to take that technology.
Dr. Moray was a family man, a respectable citizen, and listed in 1925 Who's Who in Engineering. Moray had spent countless hours in his basement working on his special generator that detected background radiation and amplified them. A crucial part of his invention, which pumped free energy out of seemingly nothing. If you are wondering what background radiation is, it is the radiation from space and cosmos, and it's all around us. Here's an explanation of what background radiation is, as told by Nobel Award winner John Mather.
This would be radiation that comes from the entire cosmos, and so that's why we call it background. We can't recognize any individual source. Otherwise, we would say, well, that radiation came from a galaxy or a planet or a star.
Prominent people in the 1920s and 1930s witnessed many tests of Moray's device, and the press was satisfied that the tests were valid. However, Moray's invention was not wanted by some people, and Moray received numerous death threats. Even so, Moray repeatedly showed his electric generator to credible witnesses. The only danger that stopped him from further demonstrations came in the form of legal advice from his patent attorneys in Washington, D.C. Under patent laws, he could have lost his rights to a patent if he continued to show his invention to just anyone. The U.S. Patent Office was not much help. It rejected his patent application in 1927 on the basis that it would not work without a heated cathode. Heated cathodes were commonly used at that time. No one ever heard about cold cathodes. This means that Dr. Moray was so far ahead of his time in semiconductor technology that the patent office said his invention was impossible. Of course, scientists later learned that cold cathodes are possible. Despite his pioneering use of semiconductors, when the transistor was officially invented 20 years later, no credit was given to Henry Moray. Nor did he get what he wanted most: the satisfaction of seeing his invention precision engineered for mass production to help humankind. Unfortunately, Dr. Moray met a tragic fate that befell most free energy scientists. He, his family, his friends, all became targets by a mysterious hitman after he refused to sell the blueprints off to influential organizations. The following are just a few of them. There are too many to list. Moray's wife received phone calls telling her that her husband's life was not worth the plug nickel unless he cooperated on radiant energy. His home and laboratory were broken continuously into when the family was not at home. His watchdogs were brutally stabbed to death with a dagger. One time, his wife and kids were shot at by a classic black sedan while they were in the family car. Moray himself got shot in the leg. Henry's friend, who was the first president of Moray's Cosray Research Institute, was also shot at. Moray knew that he could not win against these powerful forces, and if he persisted, there would only be more blood spilled. For the safety of his friends and family, he decided to stop pursuing the development and potentially mass production of his working free energy generator. Later it was discovered by Dr. Moray that more than a dozen of his original patent applications had disappeared from the U.S. Patent Office, although the file jackets remain there. Who stole the dozen or more patent applications? I can't name people here, but the patent applications are locked up by a big government organization and are classified as top secret. I have looked through patent applications and the blueprints while I was there. You can imagine my disgust at the government and the greedy energy fat cats for hiding such an important device. A brilliant scientist's life was ruined just because he worked hard to perfect his free energy device. Why do this just for the sake of money? This is absolute insanity. Being a physicist myself, I understood and memorized the blueprints, how it works, what parts are needed, how to construct the device. Building the device is easy if you know the blueprints. Here's what I have for you. I have created a simple step-by-step video guide on how to create the Moray Generator. You will see how I built the device in detail. It's like me building it right in front of you. And once your Moray Generator is constructed, you can enjoy energy savings of $80 or more. Some of my clients even get the power company to send them a small check of around $35 every month for all the electricity they are putting back into the grid. You'll be able to power up any kind of household appliances, from lamps and toasters to electricity hogs like refrigerators and AC units. You can even power up a remote cabin in the wilderness and stop worrying about having to pay the electric company $50,000 or more to hook you to the grid. What's more, because the Moray Generator is very light and portable, it makes one of the best emergency generators you could ever hope for. Unlike solar panels, it won't get blown off the roof by strong winds and hurricanes. That's because you can install it in your basement or your backyard and not worry about weather conditions for 1 second. Not only that, but the Moray Generator is proven to work even in isolated places, like at the bottom of the ocean in a submarine. You will be able to power up your electrical appliances whenever you want, wherever you want. And aside from the $55 spent to get the parts, you don't have to spend money yearly on maintenance costs, unlike conventional generators. This is because there are no moving parts to the generator. It merely captures radiant energy and amplifies it via its circuit to produce free energy that you can use for whatever you want. The bottom line is, if you want to cut the cord and free yourself from the electric company, you will need the Moray Generator. I took Dr. Moray's intricate designs from his patent applications and translated them into plain English so that anyone, no matter what age or skill, can make their electricity and even get off the grid. Here's what you'll find in this simple, step-by-step video guide. How to build a Moray Generator in under an hour, and the secrets of substituting the parts in his blueprints for standard electronic devices that you can find in any Radio Shack outlet for only under $55. The complete blueprints, color photos, and step-by-step instructions to make your free energy generator, even if you never assembled anything in your life. The fantastic amplifier secret that triples, even quadruples the amount of energy you generate, so you can get off the grid quicker and never owe a red cent to big energy again. Sneaky places to hide your generator, so that not even the FBI can find it. This piece of information is crucial in a disaster scenario, like a hurricane when the power will be out for days, since people will be fighting over essential items like a generator. Plus, how to outsource the construction of the device to an electrician for under $100 if you are lazy. Even though I have made the video guide so simple that even a child can follow along with what's shown and construct the device without any problems. I have clients building this with their grandkids. I understand that you may not be the DIY type of guy. Therefore, I have included a step-by-step guide on how to outsource the building portion. Just give this piece of document to your electrician and consider your Moray Generator built. The Moray Generator is a fantastic device that's already changing thousands of lives all around the world. We've got reports of people saving as much as $80 a month and to as high as $400 a month. That is, they're now producing more electricity than they need, so much so that the electric company is sending them a check in the mail every single month. Just imagine what you could do if you weren't forced to pay $100 or more every single month on electricity. Or if your case is worse, and you're among those who are forced to shell out $300 or more on electricity each month, the Moray Generator could help you save more than $3,500 by the end of the year. You're suddenly free to take care of other expenses, like improving your home or taking your spouse to a nice dinner every once in a while. Or you can simply use the extra cash to make your retirement more enjoyable. The choice is yours, and the electric company will be picking up the tab for it. So it would make a lot of sense to charge a lot for the Moray Generator blueprint. But I won't do that, because I believe free energy should belong to the people. However, I have to charge some sort of fee simply because I need to pay legal fees that keep piling up. Power companies, government organizations, and influential and wealthy people are always trying to take this page down. Even so, we won't charge an arm and a leg for the Moray Generator blueprints. So here's the deal. You'll get immediate access to all the blueprints, the step-by-step video, and the list of tools and supplies for just $39. That's probably a lot less than you're paying each month on electricity, and you can recoup that investment in as little as 14 days from today. Getting the blueprints for the Moray Generator is easy. Just click the Get Started Now button below, and you'll be taken to our secure order page. You will also get these free bonuses for the same price to help you even more in your quest to achieve energy independence. And the price doesn't even matter. That's because I'm so confident that you will get off the grid and cut your electric bill by at least $80 a month. You're protected by my no questions asked money-back guarantee for a full 60 days. It's simple. Get the blueprints today and put them to the test. See how easy it is to make your own electricity with a Moray Generator. Watch as your power meter slows down the moment you plug your generator in. And see what it's like to slash your electric bill by $80 or more in less than 2 weeks from today. You have 60 days to decide whether it was a good investment or not. And if you're less than thrilled with how much you're saving on electricity, just write me a short email at the address you'll find in the members area. No questions asked, no hard feelings. I'll give you an immediate refund, even if it's the 23rd hour of the 59th day. The blueprints and the video guides are for you to keep, no matter what happens. So go on, click the Get Started Now button now, and get the Moray Generator blueprints plus all the bonuses risk-free. But you need to move fast. This isn't the first time I'm attempting to make this blueprint public. The last time I did it, I was able to keep the door open only for a month, since they are always trying to take down the website. Only about 200 people got on board, and the success stories have been pouring in ever since. When Big Energy sets their legal hounds on me, I was forced to take the website down and close shop for almost a year. Now I'm back online, and hoping that this time I will be able to stay up for more than just a month. But the fact is, I don't have the money nor the mental strength to be constantly battling an army of lawyers, so this could be taken down at any time. The choice should be obvious. For less than the price of your monthly electric bill, you can do more than just cut your electric bill by 50% or 75%. You'll also be sending a powerful message to the electric companies. You're showing them that you can take a stand and that you can become energy independent on your own without needing a single watt of their expensive electricity. And just imagine how your life will be 2 months after making the Moray Generator. Picture this. You're coming home from work and you notice there's a fresh envelope in the mail. It's a bill from the electric company. But as you rip it open, you notice that something's different. This time, the amount is in negative. This time, the electric company is actually forced to pay you for electricity, and you're getting small checks of $20, $30 or more every month just from keeping the Moray generator on. And month after month, you get the same relaxed feeling that comes with not owing anyone a red cent. You're finally free and independent, no longer trapped inside a legal monopoly that's holding you at gunpoint. The Moray generator is about something bigger and more valuable than money. It's about regaining your freedom and making a stand. Now, you can send a message to the big energy fat cats and show them that you no longer depend on them. And really, the road to energy independence starts with the push of a button. So go on, click the Get Started Now button below and claim your energy independence now. Still here? There are some questions that I keep receiving from people, and I'll try to answer a few here. One question we keep getting is, do I need any technical skills to build the Moray generator? The short answer to this is no, you don't. Sure, some DIY experience is always good, but if you don't have any, don't worry. You'll still be able to make a Moray generator and get free energy. You'll just need to pay a little more attention to the blueprints, that's all. Another question we get is, what can I use the generator for? Is this just for show? The Moray generator is more than just a cool gadget you can show off to your neighbors. You can use it to power up any household appliance, or even an entire home. You can also use it as a portable source of energy, when you're on the road or when you go camping with your family. That's because the technology is scalable, and once you get the hang of it, you can make bigger and bigger generators for a little extra cost. Here's another one people are asking. How much do the parts cost? To build a small-scale Moray generator that could power up an AC unit, you'll need about $55 worth of parts that you can get from any electronics store. If you want to scale it up and get more electricity, you'll need more expensive parts. But you'll find that you can easily power up an entire home with under $100 in total costs. Another frequent question is, how do I get Dr. Moray's blueprints for building a free energy generator? It's simple. When you click the Get Started Now button below, you'll be taken to our secure order page on one of the world's largest merchants, ClickBank. They are processing tens of thousands of secure payments each day, so you risk nothing. Plus, you're covered by our no questions asked guarantee for a full 60 days. Once you have completed the payment, you'll be taken to a special members area where you'll get all of Dr. Moray's blueprints and a special unadvertised bonus that will probably take down in a couple of days. To get the blueprints for the Moray generator and all the bonuses, click the Get Started Now button below.